Uncover the latest critical developments shaping our world, from escalating urban tensions and political earthquakes to a chilling ISIS threat and a bombshell revelation about a past attack. This is Survival Ready's Q4 2025 Update 7, summarizing the latest critical developments impacting our security across the nation. In New York, ISIS propaganda recently threatened a Manhattan Project attack, allegedly planned for November 4 and tied to 109 individuals. Separately, New York City saw the election of its first Muslim and openly socialist mayor, amidst unverified rumors of an NYPD walkout and the resignation of the FDNY commissioner. In Virginia, a Muslim candidate secured a statewide office. Oregon witnessed coordinated demonstrations by Antifa and anti-ICE protesters targeting the Portland ICE facility. In Illinois, Broadview experienced a handmade-style protest, and in Chicago, the Latin Kings issued a shoot-on-sight order, while Border Patrol agents faced gunfire. In California, agitators clashed with attendees and police at a Turning Point USA event in Berkeley. On a national level, federal officials issued warnings of imminent air travel disruptions due to FAA staffing shortages. The Senate advanced a bipartisan deal to end a government shutdown that had persisted for over 40 days. Weekly patterns of civil unrest continued, marked by coordinated anti-ICE, anti-Trump, and pro-Palestinian demonstrations. Finally, new intelligence has surfaced suggesting that D.C. police may have been involved in the January 5 pipe bomb attack at the RNC and DNC. Let's begin today with civil unrest in Washington, D.C. On November 5, members of the Handmaid's Army D.C. joined demonstrators at an anti-Trump protest on the National Mall. Organized by Refuse Fascism and other partner groups, many participants donned red cloaks and white bonnets, iconic attire inspired by The Handmaid's Tale. They marched through downtown, calling for the impeachment and removal of President Trump, citing opposition to policies enacted during his second administration. Handmaid's Army D.C. identifies itself as an anonymous network of self-proclaimed nonviolent, nonpartisan activist volunteers united to resist what they term the unprecedented fascist threats of our times. No arrests or violent incidents were reported during this event on the 5th. In Portland, Oregon, on November 10, the protest group Degenerates Against Fascism, or Antifa, gathered at a park near the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility. A transgender speaker addressed the intersections of far-left protest activity, gender identity focus, and opposition to immigration policy. Separately, anti-ICE and pro-LGBTQ+ protesters assembled outside the ICE facility in the South Waterfront neighborhood for a 1980s-themed yoga and aerobics class, provocatively titled "Sweating Out the Fascist." Participants combined retro workout moves with protest signs and pride flags. In Chicago, the Latin Kings criminal gang organization authorized a shoot-on-sight directive targeting federal agents from the U.S. Border Patrol operating under Operation Midway Blitz. On November 8, in the Little Village neighborhood, a shooter from a vehicle opened fire at Border Patrol agents during a federal enforcement operation. Bystanders also hurled bricks and paint cans at the agents' vehicles. This incident followed multiple violent actions against federal officers. The shooter remained at large at the time of reporting. In Berkeley, California, on November 10, a physical confrontation occurred at a Turning Point USA event at the University of California. At least one individual wearing dark clothing struck another wearing a red Freedom t-shirt, and 2 arrests were confirmed. Blood was reportedly seen on the sidewalk. Protesters affiliated with Students Organizing for Liberation and the Democratic Socialists of America conducted disruption activities to oppose the approved Turning Point USA appearance. Far-left agitators assaulted police, pushed past barricades, and deployed smoke bombs and flares. Security was increased, and campus officials declared the event a major incident. Let's shift now into terrorism. On April 11, a propaganda statement attributed to ISIS claimed that an operation titled Manhattan Project, targeting New York City, was successfully planned for November 4. The statement reportedly indicated that open jihad instructions were sent to 109 targeted individuals in the United States, invoking the September 11 date as symbolic. It referenced 11/4 operations and called out U.S. figures by name. The messaging appears to be a threat designed to incite or coordinate attacks on U.S. soil. This raised significant concerns because it mentioned 109 Muslim brothers already identified in New York ready to attack, suggesting a level of internal coordination. The threat messaging coincided with Election Day, which is concerning because extremist actors have historically used civic events to amplify their impact. While an attack did not materialize on the 4th, concerns remain open for future actions. Let's shift now into the current events briefing. In New York City on November 4th, Zohran Mamdani secured victory in the New York City mayoral election, making him both the first Muslim mayor of New York City and the first openly socialist mayor of a major U.S. city. A dual Ugandan U.S. citizen, Mamdani is a Shia Muslim and a democratic socialist. His win marked a significant shift in New York City's political leadership. The election was closely watched due to his policy positions and public statements. His background and ideological platform continue to draw nationwide attention, as he is openly anti-police, having cited numerous reasons why, in his view, the New York City Police Department is filled with bigots and racists. Moving on, in Virginia on November 4th, Ghazala Hashimi won the Virginia lieutenant governor race, becoming the first Muslim elected to statewide office in the state. Hashimi is a Democrat and was born in India. Her win reflects Virginia's shifting political landscape and demographic changes. And in Washington, D.C., late on November 10th, the Senate voted to end a government shutdown that had stretched over 41 days by advancing a bipartisan deal. The measure combines a continued resolution with 3 appropriation bills. 8 Democrats joined Republicans to ensure its passage, and the bill now proceeds to the House, where Speaker Johnson indicated a vote could occur as early as today. This action followed weeks of stalled negotiations and increased pressure caused by nationwide flight disruptions. Also in D.C., on January 5, 2021, 2 pipe bomb devices were placed near the Democratic National Committee and the Republican National Committee buildings. On October 21 of this year, 2025, the FBI released new surveillance video, released to the public, of the suspect who placed those pipe bombs near the offices of the RNC and DNC. On November 8 of this year, an investigative report emerged, alleging that former U.S. Capitol Police officer Shawnee Ray Kirkhoff, who also served as a key witness against January 6 protesters and rioters, is a 94 to 98% match to the pipe bomb suspect, based on forensic gait analysis software. The report detailed how the algorithm analyzed walking parameters including knee flexion, hip extension, speed, step length, cadence, and variation. An unnamed analyst reportedly estimated a 98% match. Kirkhoff reportedly served with the U.S. Capitol Police from 2018 until mid-2021, resigning 6 months after January 6 and subsequently transitioning to a security detail associated with U.S. intelligence agencies. Crucially, this forensic match claim relies solely on video comparisons and has not been confirmed by law enforcement. A Department of Justice official, Ed Martin, reportedly stated that Kirkhoff has not been officially identified by the DOJ as the suspect at this time. Experts caution that gait analysis has significant limitations as forensic proof, especially when video quality is low or when it's the sole investigative technique employed. Stay informed, stay vigilant.